is DiabolikBunnyCosplay, who she is currently cosplaying as.
I'm Ochaka Uraraka from My Hero Academia.
So, how are you today?
I'm doing fine.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy that we have to always figure out ways to come up with cosplays during this whole pandemic thing because we don't have any conventions to go to.
Right. But
So, yeah.
I actually like that because like it gives me time to like work on things.
Hmm.
Like instead of like having to rush like last minute like I usually do for cons.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what a lot of cosplayers are doing now is because of the fact that we're forced to quarantine. Now we have opportunities to actually cosplay and have fun and enjoy everything. That is why we got started in cosplay. So, how did you discover cosplay to begin with?
It's actually pretty weird. My English teacher in high school had an assignment. She told us was one thing that you've always wanted to learn how to do. And I want you all to do it. Like you're gonna do it. Um, so I said I wanted to make my own costume because it was like around Halloween. So I
Hmm.
thought it'd be cool to just make my own. So that was my assignment, and I ended up
Nice.
making Korra from the Legend of Korra because I was like obsessed with that at the time.
Okay.
So I got my Aunt Jay to help me, and we got all the materials together, and it actually didn't turn out too bad. Um, but that was like back in 2013. So
Okay.
yeah, I
Nice.
didn't have any makeup on at that time. I used my own hair, but for like a first time cosplay, like I must admit, like wasn't too bad.
So, was that your first official cosplay then?
Yes, I actually took her to a convention later on in the year.
Nice.
It was fun.
Nice. So, are you currently working on some cosplay plans right now?
I'm one of those that doesn't work on one at a time because like my brain is just everywhere.
Hmm.
So I'm working on a few. I'm working on Kokichi Oma from Danganronpa V3.
Okay.
He's almost done. I just haven't had the motivation to style the wig.
Yeah.
um,
That's
I have
that's
been
what a
trying.
lot of cosplayers say is wig styling is just like
Yeah, and then you get your hands all sticky from like the hairspray and stuff. And
yeah. That's nice. Any other ones?
I have the materials gathered to make Ayato Sakamaki from Diabolic Lovers.
Nice.
Uh, yeah,
Is that the inspiration for Diabolic Bunny cosplay?
yeah. That's where the spelling for the Diabolic came from.
Hmm.
Um, I was like just like messing around with usernames. I wanted something unique, and I was just playing around with words. And I've always been like obsessed with like bunnies, and my favorite animal is a horse, but like I love bunnies, and I actually work with them at work, and
Yeah, because you're
I
a
put together.
veterinarian, right? You're a vet.
I'm a vet assistant.
Hmm. So almost there.
Almost not really. I'm not gonna
No,
be going to school.
no,
I tried to
that's
go to
the
school
hardest
for.
thing is like vets have to go to 8 years of school. So right.
Yeah, I tried to do vet tech too, and chemistry just is not my thing.
Yeah, I just like, that's not connecting. No, that's the only downside about college is that they make you take all these classes that really don't have anything to do with the actual degree in the actual career,
Right.
And so it's like I remember I took um algebra 2 for criminal justice degree. I'm like, what
I'm actually good at.
why do I need algebra 2? you know but
Right.
it happens. So, have you ever been in a cosplay contest?
I've entered a few at cons, but
Hmm.
I also enter some on Instagram. Like some other cosplayers will um create like a little competition. Like, oh, I reached 1,000. Here, let's have this competition. This
Hmm.
is like first, second, and third prize. And the way that works is they'll put like, have like different rounds, and there'll be like multiple posts with like a few different cosplayers' picture that they entered on
Okay.
Instagram, and then they'll put your username or a letter that is on the picture that represents you in the
Oh, that's
comment
cool.
section, and people usually like the comment of the cosplayer they want to vote for.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah,
Yeah, this has been
so
happening a lot during quarantine.
especially with quarantine, I was going to say that. Are you participating in any virtual cosplay contest or anything like that?
Um, I've only been doing the Instagram ones. I haven't really been doing the conventions online. I've been like very busy, and I don't know, like I just like the con experience in person, just because like I like meeting people in person. I've met like a few really good friends at conventions.
Yeah,
Um, like I have a new convention buddy now because of a convention I went to back in November.
nice. Yeah, well, a lot of cosplayers are missing that interaction that they get for from being at conventions and everything like that. And so it's really hard to judge what the future of cosplay is going to be because the longer this um let's say quarantine of conventions happens, the more people are going to be lose interest or something.
And also like other like ways like people are sharing their cosplays, like through social media and stuff. And I've actually had a few friends interested in starting cosplay, and I'm
Mhm.
just like, I got you,
I
because
got
I
you.
kind of need some more cosplay friends because
Yeah,
I only have that one from the convention.
exactly. Yeah. So when you do make your cosplays, do you prefer sewing, armor making, or wig working?
um, a lot of mine involves sewing. Uh, I have like my own little sewing machine, and sometimes I do hand stitches just because like I can take that on the go.
Oh,
Like
nice. Okay.
sometimes like on my break at work, I'll just be like working on like a shirt or something in the break room
Right.
as my coworkers stare at me wondering what I'm doing.
Yeah. Do you
um
get that a lot from your coworkers? Like, what are you doing? Why do you do this?
yeah, because like I remember one time I got really excited because I think like I got like third in one of the Instagram cosplay competitions or something, and um everybody was like, what? I kind of showed them, and they just like they didn't understand what was going on, or why I did
Nice.
this. But like once I explained it, they were like, oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, exactly. That's I remember when I won a cosplay contest for one of my cosplay photos, and I was like, "Hey guys, look at this!" And they're like, "You would be that person, wouldn't you?" I'm like, "What?" It's
I
crazy.
mean, me and one other coworker are the weebs of the job, so
Yeah. No, it's always going to be like looked at by different people like a different way. Whereas cosplaying back in 2000, it was more like you're the nerd if you cosplay, or like you're the weird one if you go to conventions. And usually a cosplayer was only paid when it was like a movie premiere. Never was like paid to go to a convention and guest, and everything like that. But now cosplay is looked at as you're the weird one if you don't dress up and go to cons. Yeah.
in some little areas, because some people still don't understand it and still try to look down on cosplayers. But it's just like if you're having fun, who cares? Like
Yeah.
that's my thing. I don't care about the likes. I don't care about the follows.
Yeah.
I'm having fun.
Exactly.
That's all I care about.
That's the most important thing, right? So when you do your photo shoots, do you prefer to go on location, or are you more of a green screen cosplayer?
It depends. I really do like doing photos. Like, when I first got back into cosplay after I was in like a slump for a little bit because I was in college and everything was just happening at once and I was freaking out. My
Mhm.
friend actually helped me take some photos of my two cosplays that I finished after I got back into the motivation.
Yeah.
We went to like the park down from the college. and like by the lake, and it was like it turned out so good. And I had so much fun because, like you're just out there and you just kind of get in the character for posing for the photos, and then
Yeah.
sometimes people are staring at you, and you're just like, hi.
Yeah, yeah. I remember when I was dressed in full Spider-Man cosplay, I went to a gas station to fill up my car, and this one guy's like, looks at me and goes, "Why?" And I'm like, "Why not? I'm going to a convention." And everybody in line was like, "Yeah, he's rocking that Spidey suit, man. You go, Spidey. You go, Spidey." It was funny. A lot of people stopped me. Can I take a picture with you? Can my kid take a picture with you? And I'm like, yeah, yeah, okay. Like, I got to get to my convention now. Yeah,
Yeah. When
but
we did
yeah,
the photo shoot for Bill Cipher, my friend said this family, like with little kids, was just staring at us like, should we go?
right.
Like the weirdos are out now.
Yeah, I was like, wow, they only come out at daytime, I guess. Yeah, yeah. But so is there a type of character that you cosplay frequently?
um, I guess like I get into Dipper Pines a lot.
Okay.
He's kind of like my comfort cosplay. I feel like really comfortable in him, and he's like really easy to do. I just gotta make my eyebrows a bit more boyish, contour my face to
Yeah.
make it look more masculine, put on the wig and just like a normal outfit that I have in my closet, and I'm comfortable.
Now,
Like I've gotten into multiple times,
so
and
when you gender bend cosplays, have you ever tried to do the binding, or do you just go, no, I'm good, I don't want to do that?
I've considered it. But a lot of times I'll just get like overly large T-shirts,
Okay,
so it
so
just kind of
baggy.
hides
Mm-hmm.
area.
Hides everything.
So
Yep. No, yeah, a lot of girl cosplayers, they like to dive into that whole world of gender bend and everything like that. And usually, for the most part, a girl cosplayer is gonna rock, that because anime characters for the boys are usually drawn very feminine,
yes.
and so they could get away with it.
I find it really fun to just like get into like a guy and just like kind of just be out there.
Yeah, no, it's
Sometimes people are like,
are you a guy or are you a girl? And it's
"Hey,
like, does
like,
it matter?
what is up with you?"
Yeah. No, a lot of people don't understand it, but that's what cosplaying is all about, is expressing yourself in different many ways, and that's good. So, do you have any favorite cosplayers that you follow?
um, there's one I follow on TikTok, Chronos Kublex.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's how you say their username. They're I absolutely love them. Like I think they're amazing.
Nice.
Also, um, I like to try to follow like newer cosplayers and
Okay.
like ones that have like less of a following, just because like I know like how that is, and I want to support like the smaller cosplayers. Like
Yeah.
some larger cosplayers have also supported me, which thought was amazing. Like this one I followed that I thought was amazing. I can't remember their username because it changes a lot, but
Yeah.
they actually followed me back, and I remember just thinking, wow, like that's I feel like it's like so amazing. But then like you sit and think, we're all humans. We're all doing like
Yeah.
the same little hobby, having fun, or
Yeah.
trying to. Like I don't know, like I know some people mostly like to do it for like the following, but I just like having fun.
Yeah, because a lot of people like to use it as a business of some sort and earn an income, like a residual income. And that's why a lot of cosplayers now are opening up their OnlyFans or Patreon and everything. To me personally, like the only cosplayers that open up the OnlyFans I've seen are the ones that like to show off their body a lot. And hey, if you've got it, flaunt it, whatever. If that's your choice, you do you, boo boo, whatever. But
Right.
and then the more creator type cosplayers are opening up a Patreon where they're like,
Mm.
support my habit or my addiction, you know.
Right.
and people do, and people support and everything like that. They buy their prints off of them, whatever, and they have websites for their cosplay and everything, and it's cool. It's good for you. And there are cosplayers out there that like to do it for fun because they like to dress up, they like to get to know the community more and everything like that. So is what's the future of Diabolic Bunny cosplay? Would you say you're trying to branch out into the professional, getting paid to go to cons type of cosplayer, or are you just going to do it for fun?
I mean, like, I think that'd be cool and stuff, but you never know what's gonna happen. You never know, like, who's gonna discover you, or like
Yeah,
if one post will just like absolutely blow up. And um, but I just like getting creative with it. I like just becoming somebody like completely different.
yeah.
Like sometimes like I would cosplay characters that are like the complete opposite personality of me, and I'm just like, okay, get into character,
Get
and then
okay.
get into character, and
Yeah,
then it's like a lot of fun, because like you just get to be somebody like completely different.
yeah.
Like my best friend, she noticed when I cosplayed Chigo, my confidence and my attitude just it went up just because like I was in that character
Well,
and I was
yeah,
in
because
that
you're the
moment.
boss when you're Shigo, man.
Right.
Yeah. No, yeah, it's true. But so do you cosplay mostly anime characters then, for the most part?
For the most part, yeah. It's mostly anime, a cartoon, um, like Gravity Falls and stuff.
Nice.
But I've been wanting for years to do Harley Quinn. It's like I think it'd be fun.
Yep. Yeah, like for me, I've interviewed a lot of cosplayers where they've said they like to use their own rendition to their cosplay, like their own version. What's your
Hmm.
opinion about a cosplayer who does the exact replica of the character or making them as realistic as possible, or do you like the alternate versions of the character?
I personally love seeing like the creative ways that people um like make these characters. Like I've seen like multiple Uraraka cosplayers
Hmm.
where they'll have like these really cute outfits for her, and I'm just like, I absolutely love that. Or they'll have like alternate universes for like My Hero Academia, and I just like I love watching those videos and look scrolling through Instagram and seeing that because I
Yeah,
just like seeing the creativity. But
yeah,
there's also nothing wrong with like trying to be like um you know an
authentic.
exact replica of
Yeah,
the character.
yeah,
um because like I do that a lot just because a lot of times I'm a perfectionist. But I made my own little version of Dipper. Like I made him my own.
nice.
I've been working on an AU for him actually. Vampire Dipper because I think that'd be
Nice.
really really fun.
That'll be cool. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dipper is a character you can do a lot of like versions to.
Right.
Even as he gets older, you can make an adult Dipper, type of thing.
Right.
Yeah,
I've kind of like made mine like 16, 17.
yeah,
Like teenage Dipper.
yeah. Well, you're still young, so you get to have that opportunity. uh,
Right. And some people think look at me and think I'm younger than I am. So
it's good, right? You always get carded. Yeah.
uh
So, uh, what are some craftsmanship tips that you can offer?
mm, before I start on any project, I like to see if there's any tutorials online, like
Hmm.
YouTube or other like little websites.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't always like follow it to the exact T. Sometimes like I just put my own little twist on it. I'm like, I think this might work better, or I kind of want to make it look a little bit more like this.
Mhm.
But like looking at the tutorials helps you get like a base idea of like what you want to do.
Okay.
Instead of just like going head first, all I'm gonna do it, and then like I actually don't like how this turned out because I've done that before, like where I would just like start it and I'm like, and I've already like gotten halfway through and I don't like it.
Yeah. That happens a lot with a
Yeah,
lot
so
of
I just like to see
cosplayers.
what how other people go about it, and
Yeah,
then just put my own little twist on it.
that's cool.
Same for the makeup too. Like I look at other people's tutorials, I'm like, I like that aspect, but over here I can kind of do this.
Yeah. So, what are what is the worst cosplay story that you have right now?
Um,
Or one
I
of the
guess.
worst?
I guess it was actually that convention I talked about last November.
Mm-hmm.
It was the last day. The last 2 days I was actually working third shift, so like I went to the convention, took a nap, and
Mm.
then went straight to work.
Yeah.
um, but I was waiting on the bus to go home on the last day. I was dressed up as Junko Enoshima.
Mm-hmm.
So, like big poofy wig,
Yep.
little plaid skirt, big boots and stuff. And um, some people pulled up in a truck and made some very inappropriate comments.
Of course.
I ignored it. Told them I was gonna call the cops if they didn't leave.
Yeah.
And then like the bus came and stuff, and I went home. But it doesn't stop there.
Nope.
um, so like I was wearing those heels for
Yeah.
like 8 hours. So like yeah,
Blisters. Blisters, 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 I bet.
it wasn't the blisters, it was weak legs.
Weak legs.
I went into work that night.
Oh, and you had to
And I
work
ended
that
up
night?
having,
Ooh, ouch.
yes. But like mostly I was like I was just like waiting for an animal to give birth, so I was not like all over the place.
Oh,
And I was
that's
like
good.
by myself. But then I walked in, the animal was giving birth. So that was fun. And I ended up having to like kind of lift something up like really heavy. Um, and my knee gave out.
Ooh, ouch.
With my coworker there, my poor coworker did not know what to do.
Of
But
course.
I fell and like I ended up spraining my MCL.
Ooh, ouch.
But it was because like of me being on my feet all day, being in those heels all day, and then trying to go into work like that.
Yeah, that's when you take the day off.
Nah,
You're like, Psh, I could do it. No
I,
worries.
I'm like I'm young, I can do it.
That's what like a lot of young people always say. I'm young, I can do this. I can bounce back. No, pff, no big deal. You know.
Yeah, we turned out to be wrong most of the time.
Yeah. No, hey, I was in your shoes too. When I was in my 20s, I thought I was invincible. You know, I thought I was like, we're good. So what is the funniest cosplay story you have?
Funniest. Man. Oh, um, so we had Spirit Week at in my high school, and
Mm-hmm.
one of the days was costume day. So I was like, I'm gonna get the Yuno Gasai because at that point I didn't have very many cosplays.
Mm-hmm.
And Yuno was just like my absolute favorite at that point.
Yeah.
So I got into Yuno, and we're around school. Um, so I had the pink colored contacts in and everything. I was sitting in my art class, and I was like, I was being a good student, looking at the teacher, listening while he was lecturing, and then he stops, and he looks at me, and I'm just like, what did I do? I'm literally just sitting here. I didn't do anything. He said, stop looking at me. Your eyes are scaring the crap out of me. So like I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to be a good student. And I was just like, chilling or whatever. And then later on in the day, I was taking a shortcut to get to class because I was talking forever with my friends and
And
just
you have
hanging
to
out.
hurry up. Yeah. Yeah.
So like I cut through the back of the stage in the auditorium, and I
Nice.
come out the back door and I'm peeking out. This girl screams because like I have fake blood on me and everything.
Yeah, of course.
Too, and she screams and like jumps back really hard, and I just come out and I'm just like, and she's like, oh my god, you're so scary, why
Yeah.
and she's like, ran the class, and I was just like
You're like, the
doing my
plan has
job.
worked. I did well with my makeup. Yeah, I remember one Halloween I dressed up as a scary clown, and I had the fake blood pouring down my face, and so the trick or treaters were coming to the door, and I didn't know who was at the door, and so I was just like, screw it. I thought it was some teenagers, so I opened the door. I'm like, hello, children. And this little 3-year-old boy screamed bloody murder and started peeing his pants. And I felt so bad. I felt so bad. So I take off the wig. I'm like, dude, I'm good, I'm good. I was like, I'm so sorry, buddy. So I probably traumatized his Halloween for, a few years.
Probably. He probably never went to your house again.
Yeah, but he's like, no, I'm not going to that scary clown's house. No, that's the good thing about cosplay is you have your funny stories, your horror stories, and everything, and then your not so comfortable stories. Now, have that one where people were making rude comments to you? That's uncomfortable. And a few years back, we, as a cosplay community, they've all band together and said cosplay doesn't equal consent. Now,
Right.
what does that mean to you?
It means to me, it means like just because somebody's dressed up as your favorite character or dressed like in a shorter skirt, because like a lot of animes, like you can see they have like the shorter skirts and
Yes.
kind of like tight around here, like this one is, or like little for the heroes, little leotards and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Just because like somebody's wearing all that does not mean that you can just like touch all over them or make rude sexual comments to them, because we're not out here making OnlyFans in the street. We're not out here like making these like pornographic videos or whatever. We're there to have fun and be this character. We're not here for your sexual pleasure.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what like I've told multiple people, because people would slide in my DMs is like, hey, I would love to like see you like this, like.
And you're like, Lord in heaven, give me the strength.
I'm like, hey, no.
Yeah,
this is not
exactly.
What First of all, this character is supposed to be 16. That is not okay.
That's nasty. Well, and you see that a lot, though. You see that a lot with cosplayers. They like to sexualize 16-year-olds, and I'm like, why are you sexualizing that character?
Right. I don't really like that. Like a lot of people are like, oh, but I aged this character up, and just like.
I'm like, that's not in the show.
I'm comfortable with it just because, like, I know the character as 16.
Yeah, exactly. Like I've seen the adult Todoroki, and I've seen like stuff like that. Okay, yes, all right, but yeah, no.
Especially for like the older cosplayers, like a lot of times, like they'll have to age up the characters because they don't feel comfortable like being in like a teenager. But that's like what a lot of anime characters are. They're teenagers.
Yeah, that's, and it's really lots and lots of makeup the older you get. The older you get, the lots and lots of makeup you have to do. So what is the best in-character interaction that you've had with while in cosplay with people?
Let's see. I'm trying to think. I actually a lot of like my good stories come with my Gasai. Like I've had so much fun with her. I actually went to a convention. This was before Feature Diary was like really popular, like, and suddenly was like everywhere. Like I was cosplaying her before all that.
Yeah.
And somebody actually recognized me, and so like they were like pretending that they were about to go to Yuki, or they stole my Feature Diary that I had. And so like I was like chasing around the axe like, don't touch my Yuki, and like people were staring, and like I was wielding my axe and like trying to save my Feature Diary. It was actually really fun.
No, it's always fun when you get those people who know your character and then they interact with you and everything. But
Right.
of course, it could be also bad with depending on the character you're you
The
are, and you're like,
the
oh
little Minettas.
yeah, it's like I'm gonna the fan fiction that people create, and it's just like, what in the world? What did you just do to me? Yeah. But the great thing about cosplay campaigns is the new one is it doesn't matter how tall you are, how short you are. It doesn't matter how skinny or fat you are. You're a cosplayer. It doesn't matter what skin color you are. You cosplay as anything you want. You know,
Right.
and body positivity is coming out even more, and it's good.
I know. I
However,
love.
do you feel that as a cosplay community, like in as society, do you think girls who are the skinny girls with nice bodies are going to get more attention than somebody who's overweight or a little plus size cosplaying the same character?
Oh, I've noticed it a lot, especially on TikTok. Like my For You page would just be full of these skinny, nice looking females,
Hmm.
um and then like I'm like
They have
searching
like
and
thousands of likes and everything, and
right, and then like I'll get like other cosplayers who will follow me,
mhm,
and they're more on the
plus size.
thicker
Yeah,
side, or
yeah.
like their skin tone's a little bit different.
Hmm.
Because like I mostly see pale pale white
Yeah.
skinny girls on my For You page. Like that's pretty much all I see. And like I'm just like I want a variety. I want to see everybody. Like I want to
Yeah.
see like the work everybody puts into this, not just those. Like they're nice. Like don't get me wrong. Like
Yeah.
their cosplays are great and like
and
they're
and
amazing.
they've earned that, and they've gotten that body type, or they know how to do their makeup really well, and they've worked hard at it, maybe, and kudos to
Right.
them. And
Right.
they've found the market. It's just sad that people don't want everybody to get recognized, and
Right. I try like when I see like people follow me and I see like cosplay in their name or like their profile pictures of cosplay, I always like to check them out.
hmm
Um and if I like really like their cosplays, I don't care
yeah, what they look
what
like.
body type, what
Yeah,
race, nationality.
it's
I'm
like,
like I really like that creativity. I love what you did there.
yeah,
I'm going to follow you. Like I
yeah.
actually saw one cosplayer, instead of a wig, she had her her headdress from her
Hmm.
religion,
Oh, nice.
and it it still looked just like the character, except it wasn't like a wig. It was her what
The
she has to wear
hip
for
job,
her.
or
Yeah,
hijab, or whatever they call it.
right.
That's
They
cool.
had that on, and it was beautiful. It was amazing. I'm like, I
Yeah.
absolutely love you. Like I'm
No,
going to
it's
follow
awesome.
you.
Yeah, and the thing is as long as you're making the effort, in my opinion, you're an amazing cosplayer.
Right.
That's why with these interviews, I cosplay interview everybody. I don't care.
Mm.
Yeah, sure. People say, "Oh, why don't you only interview like the professional cosplayers so that your views can go up and everything?" And I'm like, it's not about the views. I'm just creating content. And the I started out on Twitch, and then I move it over to the YouTube channel that we have, and then I put it on the podcast. And my whole goal in all of this is to bring attention to you guys as the cosplayer, to help your brand, because as a cosplayer myself, I know the pains and it is to get yourself out there, to get yourself known. And
Yeah, it's definitely pain.
yeah, trust me, I as somebody who's done social media for a long time, finding how to, you know, socialize, everything about your brand, it's tough out there. And so when you don't look the part that society wants you to look, then you got to come up with some way of that's going to make you stand out even more,
Right.
and it's just like, okay, fine. But hey, you know what? They're comfortable in their own skin. They don't mind getting sexualized and everything like that. That's on them. That's cool.
Right.
Whatever. As I always say, you do you. Um, but moving on, do you think it's fun to ever cosplay with a family member? Have you ever done that?
Um My family, I've tried to see if my mom would do it. She's just like,
You're like,
no.
that's your thing. That's
And
your
then
thing.
right, and then like my little cousins and stuff, they're into like a lot of different things than I am.
Yeah.
There's one cousin that actually said that we could do Keith and Lance from Voltron together.
Oh,
So like
nice.
I thought that'd be really cool if we actually eventually did that. She's like really tall and lanky like Lance, and she's like I think I could really pull him off. I said I was actually gonna
Totally.
do Keith, so let's do it. Like I think that'd be fun.
Yeah.
But like most of my family are just like they'll help me like when I ask for help because like
Nice.
when I did
At least
Sailor
they're
Moon,
supportive. That's good.
right?
Yeah.
Because like I said, my aunt helped me with my Korra cosplay. Um, my mama, she helped me with my second cosplay, which was Sailor Moon. She
Nice.
helped me make stuff for my gloves.
Well, that's cool. Nice. Yeah, it's always fun when you get to cosplay or have family help you with your cosplays. Like the dress behind me, my wife made for herself for the Renaissance festivals that we go to every year.
I
And
love it.
so yeah, so she makes all my cosplays, and she's like, "Yeah, I'll make your cosplays, but I don't care to do the cons. You go ahead and you do you, man." And
Right.
yeah, so but that's the cool thing is at least your family's not teasing you about it because there was one cosplayer I was talking to where her family just teased her, about it. I'm like, wow, that's messed up, you
Right.
know.
My mom is just like, whatever. She's not doing anything dangerous or stupid.
Yep,
So
yep, yeah, exactly. You're not doing anything dangerous or stupid. There you go. You're good. So,
right.
uh, what are your go-to stores for cosplay material, and what are your go-to like websites for full-on cosplays?
So for like my cosplay materials, a lot of times I'll start out at Goodwill
Mm-hmm.
because like they'll have like the color of the day. I like to go on Sundays and see if I can find things I need for the color of the day because then they're 99 cents.
Yeah,
Like
that's always fun.
my Bill Cipher, my Bill Cipher came from Goodwill. Like all of that came from Goodwill, minus the wig and eye patch that I made, and I think I said like everything else came from Goodwill. And I got this sweatshirt that I made for him.
Nice.
I got this sweatshirt for 99 cents, and I just modified it to look like a Bill Cipher sweatshirt.
Yeah.
And I got like his little formal outfit from Goodwill,
Mm-hmm.
so it was like cheaper. It's just like you can
Cool.
find materials that you can modify to a character for a lot cheaper than trying to buy it online. Like
Yeah.
online, like the cheapest I've seen for like a full cosplay would be like $30-$40, but I spent like a total of maybe 20-25 for
Yeah.
my bill.
Yeah. It's when you buy full-on cosplays, sometimes the material is not so good, or you can wear it one time and then you're done.
Right.
Yeah, it's just I remember that I bought a Spider-Man outfit from Wish, and
Uh,
I wore it. It was good. It lasted the con, but then I washed it and then it was gone.
yeah, a lot of things from Wish. Like Wish is good for like some things, but like clothing wise, you gotta be really careful.
Yeah, yeah,
I
exactly.
tried to get my Todoroki from there before, um, and it ended up being too small, even though it was like the size I always get.
Yeah,
So I gave it to a friend. I gave it to a friend. She'd been wanting to do that cosplay, so I was like, "Here, have a Todoroki."
yeah, exactly.
It
So
came with like the UA gym uniform
yeah.
and the wig.
Oh
So
wow.
like I'm like, here, it's a full
There
cosplay
you
for
go.
you.
There's a full cosplay for you. There you go. Awesome.
Right. I ended up getting it off Amazon because
Amazon.
like
Yeah.
Amazon's like my go-to for a lot. If I feel like I can't make it or um I'm too lazy to make it
Yeah.
or um
Yeah.
I kind of want to do that character like in a timely manner.
Hmm.
I go on Amazon for a lot of things. My go-to store is my costumes. Like where I got this, I got my Shigo from there. I feel like I got like a few other things.
Yeah.
Um,
Their lycra material is very good that they use.
yeah, I love this material. It's like really comfortable and
It breathes.
I can
Yeah,
breathe.
that's
I
the
need
most
to
important
modify
thing.
this a little bit because like kind of like
Yeah,
chokes me.
chokes you a little bit. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, modifications are always necessary, right? So have you ever
Right.
been mistaken as a different character?
Um, I feel like I have before, but it was like so long ago.
Yeah. Well, the
Like,
thing with anime is like a lot of anime characters look like another anime character or,
right.
whatever. I remember I was in my Kirito outfit and somebody was like, "Oh, the Black Swordsman." I'm like, "What? No, I'm Kirito." Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Well, and especially if you're cosplaying somebody who's not that well recognized.
yeah. Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
if you're like from like a smaller anime and like that's not mainstream and stuff.
Yeah, like the one cosplayer I interviewed 2 weeks ago was Jora, Torque Joa, and what he is, he's a back character of Star Wars, so he's in the background.
Mm.
But his outfit looks like he's Han Solo, so he's gotten mistaken to be Han Solo all the time. He's like, no, 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 he's got like a different type of vest, or he's got this. I'm like, it's just the same thing. But
Right. A lot
yeah,
of like characters have like the same or similar outfit,
yeah,
but just like different modifications to it, and it's just like hard to tell
yeah.
sometimes.
No, I always ask him. I'm like, and you're cosplaying as? Because I'm like, I'm not gonna even try to even say
Right.
what cosplay
Unless
is.
it's like a very well recognized character.
Yeah, yeah. You're like, oh yeah, you're definitely the Red Power Ranger. Duh.
Right.
So what's the biggest con that you've been to?
Um, there's not like a lot around me, or there there is, but I don't have a car.
Mm.
So yeah.
The pain
The
of
biggest
not having a car. That's why you
right.
that's why you befriend older cosplayers so that they have cars and then boom.
I'm technically at the age where you're supposed to have a car,
Yeah.
but like life. But
I think it's nowadays more often like people in their 20s, they're still living with their moms, they're still or dads. They don't really drive because they have a job that's like really close or something. It's not until like you're in your 30s that you're like, "Okay, let's start my life."
actually, I moved out when I was 20, so
Yeah.
yeah. And then like I'm only back with my mom now just because like I'm waiting on this apartment to approve me.
Yeah, the whole COVID thing too probably
It's
has a
not even
damper
that.
on it.
It's like they're being slow.
Yeah, everything's slow because of the whole COVID. Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
No, it's crazy. So, how is your state handling everything, or not?
Um.
Because I know in
So
Arizona they're totally not handling it well. But
you my state's a meme because of how we've handled it. um.
yeah.
Because I'm in Kentucky.
Oh,
We
yeah.
have Andy.
Well, maybe that will change now that the president has COVID. So that might change now.
I just go with the flow.
You're just like, whatever, man. I wear my mask. I'm good. I'm done.
Right. I go to
Deuces.
work. I go home.
Yeah.
Go to the store when I need to.
No, yeah, it is what it is, as they always
Right.
say, it's a horrible disease that we have to just protect ourselves from and hopefully we never get, knock on wood.
Right.
And that's the whole thing is during the pandemic, now we have time to make more cosplays. Now we have more time to perfect our cosplays. That's
Right.
that's the good thing about it. And like you said yourself, you have time to actually work on your cosplays where as like pre-COVID you just like con crunch. Have you ever done that before? Con
Crunching.
crunching? Con crunching?
Yeah, I've done that a few times. Like I made act like last minute, like the night before, like a convention. I've done
Yeah.
that before. it's mostly small things because I don't try to like put like a full cosplay together, like
Yeah.
um too like close to the convention.
Yeah.
But I made my size for my Shinoa Hiragi from Seraph of the End.
Okay.
I made my scythe for her last minute. Like I had it at a friend's house, and
Oh, wow.
it was, yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah,
They
that
had to drive
happens.
it to me at the convention.
Nice. So, do you like to cosplay as characters with props, or do you like say, no, I don't want to carry that around all day? And
It depends on my mood, but like I do like making the props because it's like kind of fun, and it's
yeah,
like um fun to just kind of like play around with them. Like my scythe, which needs a lot of fixing.
yeah,
Because like that was my first time actually doing something like that was Shinoa scythe.
okay,
Um, I used EVA foam and stuff, and I'm trying to find like a way to keep it from bending and stuff. So like I'm gonna try to fix that.
yeah.
Because like
That's
I do
the hardest thing is with EVA foam. Like throughout time, it'll go back to its original shape,
right,
and whereas Warbler will go, and that's it.
right,
Like you mess up with Warbler, you're done.
right. It's so expensive.
Yeah, Warbler is very expensive, and and the more you a lot of people like to say the older you get, the better you are at cosplayer and cosplaying because you can afford more.
Mhm.
I don't think it's true. I think the older you get, the less time you have.
That's also true.
Yeah,
It depends on the person, to be honest.
yeah.
Um, like I remember my cosplays were more low key when I first started out because, like I said, it
You
was
were you were a
2013.
teenager,
Yeah, I was 14,
Yeah.
so
So
I couldn't even have a job yet. So my aunt helped me out with my Cora, and
yeah,
then once I got a job, it was like, oh,
yeah,
I can do more. And then I started getting into makeup, like not even just for cosplay, like watching beauty gurus
yeah,
on YouTube, and I started getting into makeup more, and I was like, I can apply this to cosplay. And
yeah.
then here I
Exactly.
am today, full face of makeup, and
Yeah, exactly. So do you feel that like the younger cosplayers are learning bad habits from seasoned cosplayers?
um, I mean, like I have seen like a lot of younger cosplayers. They will come onto my profile on like TikTok or
Yeah.
Instagram, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, your Mikon, your Uraraka is so much better than mine." And I'm just like, "No, child, no."
Child,
I'm like,
no.
"You're young."
you're
I'm like,
you're
"You have
you're still
so much time."
developing your brain, okay?
Right. I'm just like, "You have so much time to improve," and I'm just
Yeah.
like, if you saw my very first cosplay, you would not
Yeah.
be saying that.
Exactly. It happens, and
Right.
whereas I've seen cosplayers right out the gate, they're like masters, and
Right.
it's like Starlight Memory. If you ever go see her cosplays, she's a teenager and just like
Mhm.
amazing cosplays and amazing cosplay photos. Right out the gate, she was running. Whereas I've seen other cosplayers where, I've talked to them at conventions and they're like, oh, I can't wait till I'm 18. I'm like, why? It's like, then I can open a OnlyFans and make really good money. I'm like, no,
You don't want to be 18. You
no,
don't. No
don't be
adulting.
18. No, no, bad.
Be a kid.
I
Be a kid while you
was
can.
like,
Trust
dude,
me.
enjoy it while you're young because it's different when you're an adult. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. It's
Right.
you have to do adulting stuff.
Even as a young adult, it's like as soon as you turn 18, it's just like responsibilities.
Right? Adulting. Yeah. Have you ever been in a cosplay panel before?
No, I've actually never been in one.
No? Maybe something in the future, maybe. Depending on what the conventions are going to happen.
Hopefully. I like I said, I haven't been able to go to a lot of conventions now, but now that I have a cosplay but like convention buddy, um,
Yeah.
I'm trying to plan on going to more.
So what do you think is the future of cosplay conventions? Do you think we're really going to have them or do you think they're going to be like, okay, only 1,000 people can go to this convention, and you have to wear a mask, and you have to social distance, and you can't touch this, you can't touch this, and you can't do this.
I mean, it might still be like that for like a little bit, but like eventually we probably, I mean, like we will have this under control. Hopefully, because I mean, you look back, we had the Spanish flu,
Mm-hmm.
back in like the early 1900s, and that was like a really bad time then.
Yeah,
But now you don't really hear about that much except like in
yeah.
history books.
Well, I think for the most part, people with the Spanish flu, they're like, this is killing me if I get this at all. So, and that was the whole media that was around there. It's like, if you get this, you're gonna die. So everybody wore a mask because they were afraid they were gonna catch it. Even cats were wearing fucking masks. You see family pictures where they have a mask over the cat, and you're like, what the huh? And um, so they took it very serious. However, I see that a lot of states don't take it serious, and a lot of people just like, oh, if I catch it, I catch it. I don't care. I'm not gonna die. And until we get a vaccine that's not gonna be politicized, we're good.
I mean, like it's also like times have changed since then because
Yeah,
like you see like gradually like from like our grandparents' time to like now,
yeah,
it's just like everything was so much more like I don't know, like restrictive back
yeah,
then, I guess. And then now like people have like more freedom
yep,
to like do like whatever. Like even like the teenagers like now, like, even though they're a few years younger than me, like I've noticed a difference from
yeah,
like my teenage years to how they are now, and
yeah, exactly. No, it's
it's just
true.
like from generation to generation.
Yep, true. Well, hopefully we can get back to conventions. We can get back to some type of normalcy and be able to go to conventions again and have
Right?
fun and laugh and hang out with people. It's fun.
Yeah, that's how I make friends.
Yeah, Comic Con friends and cosplayer friends. That's always good. So, what is your ultimate dream cosplay?
um, my ultimate dream cosplay for a little bit it was Shigo, and I finally got her
And you finally
completed.
got
So,
that. Nice.
oh my goodness, I cried when I got into her. Um, but there's this one that I want to try to work on, but I've never worked with armor before.
Okay.
Um, I'm trying to do Urza Scarlet's Flame Empress armor,
Okay. Nice.
from Fairy Tale.
Hmm.
Um, so like that's one thing like I really want to do. Like I really want to complete it. I just need to find the motivation and
Yeah.
start working with armor a little bit
Yeah.
and get
Exactly.
practice in.
So, what is your favorite part about cosplaying? I know you touched about this at the beginning, but you know, what's the
my favorite
yeah, what's the bottom
my
line of
favorite
it?
part my favorite part about cosplay is um I can like be creative. Like I can like just become like a completely different person. It's just like I notice like a difference from like when my makeup's off to like when makeup's on and I have the full costume. Like I said, like when I got into Shigo, instant confidence boost and attitude change, and like I just got to
Nice.
be somebody completely different and opposite of me
Yeah.
because sometimes like you just want like something a little bit different
Hmm.
than like your everyday normal like oh like whatever like I'm working, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, but then like
Yeah.
you get into a character just like like
You're like
confident.
you're like confident. You got that even that Shigo pose right there. Yeah, that's very nice.
Yes.
Awesome. So, like everything, there's a bad side to everything, right? So, what are some bad things about cosplay?
um I guess like sometimes like you kind of lose sight about why you started cosplaying in the first place.
Hmm.
I remember there was one point like I had to take a hiatus because I was just like I was losing like my motivation and stuff because like I see like all these amazing cosplayers like getting all these
Yeah.
like follows and likes and stuff, and then like I lost sight of why I started cosplaying in the first place. Like I started because I'm having fun and like I love becoming like a different character and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like I kind of took a little hiatus from social media at least, and kind of just like found my passion for cosplaying again, and had to bring myself out of that for a little bit.
Yeah. No, yeah, like a lot of cosplayers, what they've done and what they've started to do, and I know it's a big thing out here in Arizona. It's Heroes United AZ, and they do charity work for like going to children's hospitals and going to like kids with autistic birthday parties and doing charity work as a cosplaying community. Maybe that's something you could start.
I've considered that actually. My little sister, she had cerebral palsy.
Hmm.
So she and I remember like her face just lighting up when we went to Disney, and she got to see her favorite princesses, and like
Nice.
her smile was just so big, and I would just love to work with the more handicapped kids and
There you go.
stuff,
Now
and
you know a
like
little bit of more what you can do. You know. No,
yeah.
it's awesome, and plus also because you're in Kentucky, there's probably there's probably a big community out there that
Hmm.
you just don't know about, and
Right.
if you put the word out saying, "Hey, I'm starting an organization where
Hmm.
we're going over to the children's hospitals or to cancer centers or whatever, and we're going to dress up as superheroes, or we're going to dress up as My Hero Academia characters or whatever, and start your own charity organization." That would be nice.
I've
Of course,
considered
during
it.
COVID, we got to watch out for everything,
Right.
But
I've considered it because like I just kind of
yeah,
wanted to do something in her name.
that would be
Um,
nice. Very nice.
she she passed away back in 2013.
Okay.
Before I started cosplaying, but I've considered doing like something like that for
Yeah.
her.
Yeah. Nice. Well, thank you for coming on to the show. I appreciate everything. And I wish you all the luck in your cosplay, in your future cosplays, and everything like that.
Thanks for having me.
So take care and have a nice day.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.